So we're here today with the new 118i petrol from BMW. BMW's slogan has always been the ultimate driving machine, and for the first time they've produced a car that's front-wheel drive that actually isn't all about driving. One thing that you can't deny about this car is it's striking, especially not with all these M Sport extras on it. However, from what we've said, we feel it's a little bit homogenised and a bit generic and looks almost kind of like Japanesey, and it's lost its 1 Series appeal. And this is ultimately down to the fact that BMW have decided to put rear passengers before a rear-wheel drive, all-enthralled driving experience.
It's actually really smart in here. The 1 Series of old used to just be really strikingly basic, and fair enough, this has got the optional extra of the digital display, and it's got the head-up speed readout on the windscreen, which is a really nice touch. But I think BMW are like definitely on a par with Audi as well in this sort of day and age with the interiors. There's loads of nice little touches here that are like little metal buttons and metal touches. Lovely touch screen with all your Apple CarPlay on it and what have you. You know, it's just a nice place to be. Like, there's some nice shiny finishes here that look expensive. The seats are trimmed beautifully with the M Sport colours, and it's big as well. It's massive in here. It's not 1 Series size, it's 3 Series size.
Hiya!
What are you doing in back?
Well, it's what they built it for, isn't it? They built it for rear passengers. It is massive back here though, isn't it?
Just get in front. I'm not driving Miss Daisy around all day with you in back. Right. In?
Yep. Put my lifeboat on. Well, it's nice, isn't it? Yes, I think the first thing that I noticed when you get in it is it feels bigger than a Golf.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like an Audi A3 in its presence and its size.
Yeah, and quality-wise as well, it's definitely up there with Audi.
Definitely, especially with all the little extras.
Yeah.
So you've got this enormous display. We've obviously got the digital dash upgrade. I mean, what I particularly like is the fact that, unlike in the new Golf, they've kept physical buttons.
Yes, the metal as well. I like how some of them are metal here.
Yeah, they actually are. Yeah, I like it.
We've still got iDrive, BMW's iDrive, but the Twizzler, the dials are nicer. It's a nicer, bigger button than I think the 1 Series before was like this tiny little knob like this, but whereas we've got a big knob now.
2 big knobs driving it.
Yeah.
The 118i is now a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine, just 136 brake horsepower and 220 newton meters and 1,500 kilograms. That equates to a 0 to 60 time of 7.6 seconds. Certainly not what you'd call sporty. You would think then that this car is trading performance for efficiency, but that's not the case either. BMW state 42 to 47 miles per gallon, but real world figures are closer to low 30s. But the interior is sublime. It's classy, clean, German and more spacious than ever, thanks to the drivetrain now being up front. No more typical BMW rear-wheel drive for the 1 Series.
Just another kid just on the road?
Yeah, with his motorbike.
What are they doing?
So we've got 136 horsepower, 1,500 kilograms.
So it's heavy.
So it's heavy and dreadfully underpowered. I think this car is for your, you know, I need to watch what I'm saying here, but it's basically for your 2.5 kids, you know, middle-aged sales rep who's got a company car who wants something that looks quite smart but it's cheap on insurance and everything else. I think that's where they're going.
I think it's true for this particular model though. It's pretty sexy. I think that if this was a 135 and we had that additional 100 plus horsepower. This would be pretty mental, wouldn't it? So yeah, BMW with this car have come out and said in their press release that the people that benefit the most from removing the rear wheel drive system are the rear passengers. What do you think about that?
So they've basically took their brand, which is the ultimate driving machine, and gone, yeah, we don't really care about that anymore. Let's just sell it to people who are going to put people in back.
I agree, but I think they've had to do that because this car, the 1 Series, was falling behind.
Yeah.
It couldn't compete with the Golf. It couldn't compete with the A3. It looked dated. It felt small inside. I think BMW have actually been forced.
I think unless you got the powerful ones, the M140, the M135, you're not really benefiting from rear-wheel drive anyway, are you?
No, exactly. So actually, have they made a good business decision? Yeah, they probably have.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, they probably have.
Do you want me to just read you a few bits about what BMW put in the press release?
Yeah, go
right.
for it, yeah.
So this is because they've spent 5 years. Yeah, 5 years they've spent developing this front-wheel drive car. Right. So this, and I couldn't sum it up, but they've done it wonderfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Its fast and precise responses are clearly perceptible and serve to enhance the driving experience. An important factor here is the ARB actuator times quicker, while the driver perceives wheel slip being brought under control up to 10 times faster.
I didn't take any of that in.
So from what I can gather, it basically means that they've made the cable shorter, so the car's more responsive. You are going to experience the slip of the front wheels. It's going to come under control 10 times quicker in this car.
The GP will see.
That's what you want, isn't it? You've driven more cars than I've had off dinners. Honestly, it's ridiculous.
Came home after doing a 14-hour shift. A bowl of hot gravel.
And floor to sleep on. And you had to pay the mill owner to go and do it.
You had hot gravel. We had cold gravel.
We used to have to get out of the lake at 3 o'clock in the morning, clean the lake, eat a handful of hot gravel, work 20 hours a day at mill for 2pence a month, come home and Dad would beat us around the head and neck with a broken bottle if we were lucky.
Right, I've got it in sport. Just put my foot is flat down. And yeah, it's not very quick, as expected. The ride's nice, it's planted, the chassis is quite nice, nice and planted. There are no options to mess about with the suspension in the computer either, it's just you get what you're given sort of thing. But it's definitely nice and supple. Well, you just pull out then.
What on earth was that?
Wow. Actually,
What?
I think, you know what that is?
Nice lane assist.
Lane assist.
Yeah.
It's bloody dangerous.
You can turn
I
it
thought
off.
we had a flat tyre or something.
You can turn it off. I don't know how.
Jesus Christ.
Was it pulling you over there?
Yeah. I thought we had a flat tyre. I genuinely thought we had a flat tyre. That is shocking. I mean, that's the thing, innit?
I hate lane assist.
I'm a BMW guy. I love BMWs. If you watch the channel, you know that I've had E30s and all sorts of old BMWs, proper BMWs, no frills, they're just analog cars. Whereas this now is just, fly-by-wire steering, lane assist, auto hold, bloody handbrake and everything else.
I think you are right though, the ride and the chassis can definitely absorb these roads very well.
Yeah. No understeer.
No, pretty solid that, wasn't it? It was well planted.
Yeah, nice and planted. Through there, planted as well, you can feel the back of it, nice balance. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright, like lower speeds but spirited driving.
Yeah.
It definitely gives you feedback.
We've got some pretty decent Bridgestone tyres on it, they're brand new. It hasn't got 19s on it, I think it's got 17s or 18s.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit more tyre, which will be helping the ride.
That's what you need though on these.
I think you do as well. I think that the big wheels, as good as they look, they're around here, they're just not.
Pointless.
They're pointless. You live in a city, great, but
Yeah.
if you're going to drive it on proper Yorkshire roads, You need a bit of give in your tyre, lad.
You need a tractor, that's what you need.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he just called you a
Did it?
Right, you can turn around and let me have a go.
Yeah, alright.
Short ass. The sound system's banging, which I'm going to demonstrate for you now.
No, you can't demonstrate the sound system because we'll get a copyright infringement on the channel.
Oh, that's... what? That's dull, innit?
Yeah, that's YouTube for you.
Right. One of the first things I love is I love the steering wheel. And the steering wheel's gorgeous. You can really, typical BMW style, you can change pretty much everything with regards to your seating position. I'm dead low down, which I love. Yeah, that head-up display can be a bit off-putting, can't it?
Yeah, it's like an aim. It's like you're thinking you've got to aim at something. Jesus Christ, this is frightening.
You really have to put your foot down to get it to engage in those lower gears, don't you?
Yeah. I think because it's not got a dual clutch gearbox and you're used to driving like a Golf that's got a DSG, that delay is just so obvious in this.
I think, if I'm honest with you, out of all the hatchbacks that are going at the minute, I'd probably take this. I would take a 1 Series at the minute over the new Golf.
Yeah. They look a little bit like a Kia. But it's because they're all meant to be bubble cars now that keep you safe when you run into trees and stuff like that. You know, like because people do it all the time now.
Keep you safe, keep the passengers safe, and keep other pedestrians safe. That is what's important.
Yeah, that's the board meeting.
But, so would you buy one?
No.
Okay. I would.
I just like cars that are more enthusiastic
in their driving experience.
But this looks mega. I think it looks good.
Yeah, okay.
But like I said, it's a slow car that looks quick.
100%. I think we would be saying very different things if we were driving a 135.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, innit? There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Happy days.
And also, like, comment and subscribe because it really helps the channel, and in future videos maybe we will be able to drive a 135i.
If you've got one, let us know.
Who knows? Like, comment, subscribe.
See you there.